Icebox, who has missed this map? In total, this map was out of the ranked rotation for more than 250 days. That was a pretty long vacation, Icebox, but welcome back. There's one thing though, in the time that Icebox has been away, a lot of things changed in Valorant, and of course, the map looks a bit different. So it got me wondering, do the old Icebox tricks still work? That's what we're gonna find out in this video. If you want to support the channel, feel free to subscribe, and hopefully we get more subs than Relax My Cat by the end of the year. I mean, that's just the ultimate goal, my friends. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Since we're going back in time, let's start with the good old Grim Wall. This is actually a trick I personally used a lot during the Sage to Ascendant series. Back in the day, you could go to this bridge, aim to the boxes, jump and place your wall underneath you. From here, you had the nasty angle towards the yellow container. Don't use it.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, it worked. But now the question, does it still work? And the answer to that, yes, my friends, you can still use this trick. You can even still jump to this part of the wall if you want to go for a different angle. But bad news for the Sage mains, not all the walls work. Like this wall over here on Nest. It was perfect in combination with the teammate, but now you can't place it there anymore. Let's stay on A and talk about this spot. A lot of people would stand over here to try to get the enemies, and if they can't get them, they would jump down. There's one problem though, if you walk to the right side, you will take fall damage. And that's not good, of course, so a trick that you could do is walk very slowly to the right so you would fall straight down, and then you wouldn't take fall damage. So, does this trick still work? Well, I found out something else. You don't ever take fall damage anymore. It doesn't matter if you walk straight off it or go for the trick. However, if you jump first, then of course you will take damage. Now let's talk about gun angles. There's a one-way angle on Icebox, what's in my opinion the best angle in the whole game, and I found out that it's still working on the new Icebox map. So to all the OG players out there, can you guess what angle I'm talking about? I'll give you the answer in a few seconds, but first I quickly want to talk about something else. Since you clicked on this video, I think that you're trying to improve in Valorant, right? If so, then I might have something for you, and that's the sponsor of this video, Valorant Tracker. On Valorant Tracker, you can find a lot of statistics about your own account. Things like how many aces you got, your accuracy, but also your weapon stats, map stats, and agent stats. And knowing these stats can help you improve in Valorant. Take the agent stats for example. Apparently I only have a 37% win rate with Jet. That's extremely low, so now I know where my weakness is, and if I want to play Jet again, I probably should watch some guides. Another cool feature of Valorant Tracker is the live match data. When you hop into a game, you can see all the ranks of your teammates, the enemies, so you know exactly in what type of game you're in, and you can mentally prepare with a game plan for example. And this, my friends, this was just a small part of Valorant Tracker. On the app you can also find a detailed match history, guides, you get a nice in-game overlay, so what I would say, just try it out yourself with the link in the description. It's completely free anyway, so why not, my friends? And now let's find out what's the best one-way angle in Valorant. If you ever play on Icebox and you want to hold mid, never hold it from over here. But why? It doesn't look too bad, right? Well, my friends, if the enemy is standing on this box over here, he is able to look at you, can shoot you easily, but you won't be able to look at him. I think this is one of the nastiest one-way spots in the game, and it still works, so good luck using it. Something that doesn't work anymore, however, is this. Back when Icebox just got removed, there were a lot of glitchy spots where you could jump on, like over here in middle or over here on A side. This one was very popular actually, but luckily this got fixed and now you slide right off it. Now look at this OG Viper tricky. Sneaky trick.
One enemy remaining.
Very sneaky this, oh my. Good job, mate, good job. Now the question, does it still work? And the answer to that, yes, my friends. If you use your Viper ultimate on top of these boxes over here, your ulti will extend over the box. And like you see from the enemy's perspective, it's not really that obvious that you'll be standing on top of the box. So remember, my friends, if you see a Viper ult over here, always check it. Now let me show you a big difference between the two maps. As you see on the new Icebox in Tube, there's a massive hole. This means that you have to be a little bit careful when holding mid if the enemies are pushing Tube. And on top of that, you can't go for those sneaky wall banks anymore.
One was lurking B, I got lucky.
Ace is in kitchen. Oh, nice.
But no worries, if you still want to go for wallbangs and get complimented by girls, I guess, this trick still works. Place your tripwire over here with Cypher, go to the bridge and aim a little bit above the diagonal line. Now just wait patiently, and when the enemies are pushing through your tripwire, shoot above the line and easy kills for you, because as you see, this wall is completely made out of paper. Let's go for another big change. This part of the map now looks like this. Yeah, a lot of old tricks don't work here anymore. Like this one, no more sneaking around with Jet. Something you luckily still can do though is jumping all the way to the back containers without any abilities. You're a bit more in the open on the new map, but it's still something you can do. This also means that you can still place this nasty cypher cam in middle. A nice one if you want to catch enemies rotating. You sadly cannot clip the Omen smokes inside the walls anymore. This is not Icebox fault though, but Omen got updated while Icebox was on a small vacation. Another ability that got updated was the boombot of Race. When Icebox was still in the rotation, the range of the boombot was way longer. This means that you had lineups like this that could check every corner, but now when you use this lineup, your boombot doesn't go that far anymore and it will get destroyed before it checked everything. But to all the Race mains out there, don't worry, this lineup still works. Some tricks don't have to be complicated to be good, my friends. Now it's time to talk about Viper. On the old Icebox there were some funky mechanics if you used the Viper ultimate on a bridge. It would go all the way to kitchen and underneath the nest you had a small place where you could chill in. On the new Icebox it's a bit different. Sometimes when you try to use your ultimate on the bridge it wouldn't work at all, and when it does work it's different almost every time. But overall most of the time you would still be able to walk towards kitchen. Sometimes there's a small gap over here where you could chill in the post plant, and your ultimate sometimes goes underneath the nest and sometimes don't go underneath at all. It's still a cool trick though. Luckily this next trick is a bit more consistent and it's about Sage on A side. If you plant the spike over here, run towards belt, and while you're running place your wall on this wall. Why, you might ask? Well, if you stand on belt you will be able to see the feet of the enemies and they won't be able to see you. So you get a big advantage in the post plant. The enemies will have to walk all the way forward if they want to see you, but by the time they did that you already killed them of course. If you're more a nest plant type of player you could also just plant the spike in nest, place your wall on this container and jump while placing it, and then stand in the other nest. Same effect, only then you're a bit in the open from the right side of the site, so I would recommend to only use this one in 1v1s. And while we're over here, let's talk about A side for a bit, because as you might have noticed, this side didn't change at all. This means that almost all the old tricks still work on this side. Yes, my fellow Neon mains, you still can do tricks like this, if you have the skill of course.
Wall raised.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Bye-bye.
Or tricks like this if you're an Omen main.
I think he saw me, right? Oh, it worked! It worked!
Fun fact, even some glitches still work on this side. Take this Sage one for example. If you use your Q ability on the ground, it isn't that big, right? Well my friends, if you use it on the rafters, it will extend to the whole right side of rafters. So try to throw it over there and good luck finding those lineups. While we're talking about Sage, if you're on B side and you plant the spike over here, on the old map you could place your wall on these boxes and then look at the spike. I know, a very sneaky trick, but on a new map, what? Oh yeah, there's a big wall over here now. Apparently you cannot do this one anymore. Luckily you're still able to do one of the most famous walls on Icebox, and that's just simply placing your wall over here next to the snowman, and you can get some sneaky kills if the enemies are trying to plant.
Remove.
And while we're over here on B side, this wall nest is still made of paper. Often it will get smoked by the enemies, but when it gets smoked you just simply ping the spike and shoot through the nest wall. Something that doesn't work anymore, however, is this glitchy trick. In the attacker spawn there are two boxes, and back in the day you could place your cypher cam inside these boxes. But to be completely honest, for this one I'm happy that it got removed, because it's just a nasty trick. This one is pretty cool. Did you know that if you stand on the stairs over here, you could look all the way to enemies standing on snowman? I think if you get a kill over here it will be a record, because the enemies are standing extremely far away, so good luck getting those kills here. If you made it all the way to this point of the video, feel free to subscribe. Like I said, relax my cat. We're gonna get you this year. Thank you for watching and bye bye.